As I pulled into our estate cove, I confirmed the meeting Armor wanted to have next week. When I went to prison, I didn't think it would lead to me meeting Armor, developing a bond with him, and getting out to start a lucrative business. We ended up getting out 6 months apart, with him being released first. He laid the groundwork, and when I regained my freedom, we took off. Now, our real estate business pulled in 7 figures a year. We didn't just buy and sell real estate, but we handled every part of the process: construction, maintenance, property management, lawn care, even staging and decor. Armored Remedy real estate had become a staple not just in Jasper Lane, but in the Mid-South. What I was most proud of was the fact that we only employed those with a criminal record. Our pasts were muddied with an unsavory reputation of being gangstas who were a threat to the community. Now, we served it. We were ex-convicts, and that couldn't be denied, but between us providing jobs and free and discounted housing to those in need, people began to see us as a blessing to the community. There were some who still looked at us like we were trouble, but it didn't matter. I was legit now and out of the streets. But I was still about that life, and so was Armor. So I never worried about anyone trying or disrespecting me regardless of how they felt. One of the perks of having connections in our small town was being able to make sure no one rented Callie an apartment or home. She thought she'd been having a hard time finding somewhere to move because the options were limited, but it was because I'd made it clear to every realtor in the city what would happen if they housed her. I wanted her to live with me and me alone. My plan worked because she was on her way back home from Memphis, and my home would be hers indefinitely. She didn't want to move back in with her parents after getting a taste of adulthood and independence, so I was the second best option. For a while, I did consider helping her find a good apartment or rental property, but the truth was, I missed my best friend and wanted her close. We'd been inseparable since the age of 5 until she left for college. Well, one could argue I broke the bond first because I was arrested our last year of high school. We still saw each other when she came to visit me, but when she moved to Memphis, that stopped. I got out of juvie and was free for about 3 years before going to prison. After serving 3 of my 5-year sentence, I vowed to focus on my business with Armor and never get sat down again. We were 5 years in with Armored Remedy, and so far, we stayed out of trouble. I could say me fighting, stealing, and selling drugs was because of peer pressure since I came from a good home. But beyond that, I loved the power and thrill of it. Now, I receive that thrill in different ways.